First day of physics class, and you're already late. So you walk in, and the teacher hurls a bowling ball at you, right? You dodge it, and the teacher goes, "Class, observe gravity," right? Whatever. Go to sit down. There's a kid in the back, quite literally, levitating. F equals MA.
F equals MA. We're not sitting back there.
You finally sit down, and you look at the board.
And it's just filled with lambda calculus.
The kid next to you sees that, and he immediately faints, and the kid in front of you starts having a heart attack. And then out of the corner of your eye, you see the smart kids over there. They just created a mini black hole. And the teacher starts
Clapping, saying, "Yes,
yes, centripetal force." The teacher now asks for a volunteer to step inside of the event horizon and record their observations.
What the fuck?
Right. Another kid faints, and your friend next to you sneezes and somehow splits an atom. Now half the class is glowing green, and the other half starts clapping. First time in Texas, and you can't wait to check it out, right? But as soon as you step outside,
What the fuck was that?
right?
A Ford F650 lifted to the stratosphere flies by you at Mach 3. Holy shit, right? But then you look at the speed limit.
It's 100 miles per hour.
So you go over and ask a guy for food recommendations, and he's like, food, go to Whataburger, Whataburger.
Right?
And he's so motivated by that he hops on Kalshi and just throws 100 grand on the Spurs winning the championships.
What the fuck?
So you drive into the town and immediately realize he was not wrong, right? You look to the right, there's a Whataburger. You stop at a red light, and before it even turns green, they installed a Whataburger in front of your car, right? You look in your back seat, there's a Whataburger just...
Just sitting there.
What the fuck? Then before you can even drive away, there's a guy on the side of the road. So you roll your window down and he goes, "You know, everything's bigger in Texas."
Including me. You wanna find out?
So you get the fuck out of there. So you drive over to Western Texas. Big fucking mistake, right? Because you get out of the car, and immediately a tumbleweed the size of a house rolls by. And the sound comes. Wow, 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 right? And a cowboy on his horse walks up to you and goes, "You want to ride?" Fuck no.
You're in the pool swimming?
You're relaxed.
What the fuck was that?
You freeze. You look up at the sky.
There he is. 600 milligrams of unrelenting violence. It's a horsefly. You're now circling the pool like it's
It's a war zone.
He flies up to you. You go under.
You come up for air.
There he is. Just waiting, hovering. You splash at him.
And with your
Pool noodle.
He dodges you effortlessly.
Like he's mocking you.
He vanishes.
You think he's gone, right? You breathe a sigh of relief. First day of band class, and as soon as you walk in, a cymbal comes flying at your head. So you dodge it and look behind you, and it just sliced off
The bass drummer's head, right?
And your teacher goes, "Now why do you suppose I just hurled a cymbal at your head?" Right?
I don't know.
So you sneak away to your section, right? And everyone starts warming up. And the teacher goes, "Oh, silence. Evan, Brandon, and Caitlin, I saw your instruments in the locker room over the weekend. You clearly didn't practice. Go to the..."
Execution sector.
What?
Right? So then he pulls out his folder of sheet music, starts sifting through it, and goes, where's our pianist? Oh, Gunther, there you are.
You are going to be playing Death Waltz for the class.
Right? So Gunther's face instantly turns cherry red.
And he just passes out.
So he gets dragged out of the room, right? And the teacher finally finds something for the band to play, right? So he pulls out his magic wand and turns into a medieval knight.
1, 2, 3.
And accidentally knocks out
One of the
Flutes in the front, right?
And then he goes, "All right, class. Trumpets, you guys are way too loud. Remember the crescendo on measure 15. And flutes and oboes,
You guys can just leave because we can't even hear you anyways.
And then he goes, "You know what? Clarinets and saxophones, did you even tune your fucking instruments? Right? Everyone play a concert B flat right this fucking second." And then one by one.
Starts executing the kids that are off key.
So you just get the fuck out of there. First day of psychology class, and as soon as you walk through the door, the teacher picks you from across the room and sits you down in front of the class. You're late.
that shows signs of stress.
Guilt.
And terminal cancer.
Excuse me, what? So you just book it, right? And you try to find a seat as far away as possible. But out of the corner of your eye in the back of the classroom, one kid starts swinging a pendulum, and the 3 kids in front of him drop to their knees and start
Barking, right?
We're not gonna sit back there.
So you find a seat in the middle, and not 1 second after you sit down, the kid next to you
Just starts
boxing with his schizophrenia demons, right? And
what the fuck
is that?
The kids in the corner are dissecting their own brains for science.
And the teacher goes,
Yes, class, that is
Great self-awareness. Then in the other corner, there's just a psych ward patient
behind bars for
experimentation, right?
whatever. So you take a look up at the board to see what's to do for today's class. And the only thing it says,
Russian
sleep
experiment volunteers? And to your surprise, half of the class
walks down and writes their name.
So you just get the fuck out of there.